Okay, today we're going to learn how to do addition and subtraction in other bases other than base 10. Our day-to-day counting, addition, subtraction, and all that is normally done in base 10. So we are used to that. But now we begin to solve addition and subtraction in other bases. All you need to know, the central idea is that we count in groups of the required base. Let's see, if we're counting in base 2, that means we're counting in groups of 2. If it's base 3, groups of 3, and so forth. So we're just going to do many examples. As you walk through the examples, we're going to get more familiar with it, and I believe it should be very simple because basically it's simple. So let's work with the first example. So all you need to have at the back of your mind is that we're going to do our normal addition, and then we're going to ask ourselves, how many groups of the base do we have in the number there? So it's going to make more sense when we begin to solve. So let's do this. A part, we have 1011 base 2 plus 101 base 2. So the addition is in base 2. So let's add. Starting from the first row, we have 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 2. Now we're going to ask ourselves, since we are counting in base 2, how many groups of 2 is in 2? Well, if you count in groups of 2, you just have one group of 2 because that's just 2. Remainder what? Remainder nothing. So there's no remainder. So we're always going to write out the remainder. It will remain 0, and then we'll carry over the 1. So we're in the second column now. So we have this 1 plus the remainder that we just carried. 1 plus 1 is 2. Again, we know that 2 is one group of 2, remainder 0. So we have done that before. So we're going to write the remainder 0, carry 1 again. So we're going to go to the next column. This our remainder 1 plus the other 1. Well, again is 2. And we know that 2 is one group, remainder 0. So we're going to write the remainder again, carry the other 1. So in the last column now, we have the remainder plus that 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And again, we know that 2 is one group, remainder 0. So we're going to write the remainder 0. But no other number to carry the other one over. So just write it down. So our answer is 10000 base 2. So let's move over to the B part. This addition. Now we're going to follow the same pattern. We have from the first column 1 plus 1 plus 0. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 0 is still 2. So we have 2 there. We're going to ask ourselves, how many groups? Well, we know that it's one group, remainder 0. So we're going to write the remainder again. So we have 0, and then we carry 1. Now in the next column, you see we have this remainder we just carried. That's 1 plus 1, 2, plus 1, 3, plus 1, 4. So we have 4 this time around. So we have 4. How many groups of 2 is inside 4? If you break 4 into 2s, you're going to have 2 groups, remainder 0. I hope this makes sense. Right, so let me just make it more practical. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm counting it in groups of 2, so I'll call this one group, call this other one group. So we have 2 groups, nothing left. So that's the idea. So just get rid of it and continue. So now what are we going to? We're going to write the remainder, which is 0, and we'll carry 2. Now we're in the other group now, the next column rather. We have this 2 plus 1 because we're not going to add the 0 since it's nothing. So 2 plus 1, we have 3 now. So we have 3. How many groups of 2 in 3? We just have one group with a remainder now. So we have one remainder. So we're going to write the remainder down, which is 1, and then we'll carry the other one. So now we're in the next column. Okay, so we have this 1 plus this one, which is 2, plus this one, which is what? 3. So we have 3 again, and we have done that before. You see, it's going to give us one remainder 1. So we just write the 1, carry 1. Finally, again, you see we have 3, which is 1 plus 1, 2, plus 1, 3. And we know that 3 is one group, remainder 1. So write 1. But no other place to carry the remainder, so we write it again. So our answer in base 2 is 11100 base 2. So that's it. And it's the same principle for other bases, both base 3, base 4, and other. So let's just see another example to another base. So you see we have 120 base 3 now plus 22 base 3. So I'd like for you to pause this video and maybe try to do it yourself. We're going to go the same way. We have 0 plus 2 is what? Is 2. Now, how many groups of 3 is in 2? Well, you discover that 2 is not even up to one group because 2 is less than 3. So anytime you're adding and the number you get is less than the base, just write it that way. No need of doing any arithmetic. So we just write down the 2. Then let's go over to the next column. We have 2 plus 2, and that's 4. So I'll just write it again. We have 4. Now, how many groups of 3 is inside 4? We have one group, remainder 1. For clarity purposes, I'll just do this again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're counting in groups of 3, we're saying every 3 is one group. So we have one group, remainder, this one left over. So that's how I have one group, remainder 1. So we're going to write the remainder, which is 1, and we'll carry the other one. So the last column now, we have this 1 plus this one, which is 2. Again, 2 is not even up to 3, so just write it that way. So our answer is 2, 1, 2 base 3. So you see, it's very simple. The D part, let's start from the first column. So I just hope you got the answer correctly by yourself anyway. So we start from the first column. 3 plus 2 is what? Is 5. So you see that 5 is not even up to the base, so we just write our answer as 5 because we don't have even up to one group. Now the next column, we have 6 plus, 5 plus 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. So similarly, we're going to ask ourselves, how many groups of 7 is in 11? We're going to have one group, remainder 4. I would like to do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one group. The leftover is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's remainder 4. So I hope this makes more sense to you now. Okay. So when you learn this way, you can now do it very fast on your own. So you don't have to waste all this time. I'm just teaching, so I have to do it line upon line. So we're going to add the remainder 4 and carry 1. Finally, now the next column, we have 1 plus 1, 2. 2 is not even up to the base, so we just write it 2. So that's our answer. 2, 4, 5 base 7. Now another way to know you're correct is that you cannot get a number that is equal or more than the base in any of the solution. So in base 3, the highest possible number you can have is 2. In base 4, the highest possible number you can have is 3, and so forth. So you're going to always have a number that is 1 less than the base as the highest number. So that's a way to checkmate yourself also. Now for the last part, you see that something different is going on there now, because you see we're asked to add, this is base 5, this is base 2, and this is base 3. So we're adding with different bases, so we can't do the same thing we've been doing. All we need to do now is to work with a particular base. Now this should be leaf. We're going to work with a particular base that we are familiar with. So we need to convert all these to base 10, and I'm going to do that quickly. So 2403 base 5, we want to convert to base 10. Well, I'm going to use the repeated multiplication method to do this. Now if you don't know how to convert from another base to base 10, I'm going to put the link in the description below. So I'm going to do this quickly. So we have 2 times 5 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. Then we have 14 times 5 is 70, 70 plus 0 is still 70, and then we have 70 times 5 is 350, 350 plus 3 is 353. Again, if you don't understand how I did this quickly, watch the video in the description. It's going to help you to know how to convert from one base to base 10 quickly. The next number is 1011 base 2. We want to convert this to base 10. So we're going to start with 1 times 2, 2, 2 plus 0 is 2, 2 times 2, 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 times 2, 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. So this will give us 11 base 10. The last one is 201 base 3. So we're going to work with the first one. We have 2 times 3, 6, 6 plus 0 is 0, 6 times, let me come again. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 0 is still 6, 6 times 3 is 18, 18 plus 1 is 19, that's 19 base 10. So now we have 353 plus 11. You notice that we have addition first. So let's add. This is in base 10 now, so just do our normal addition. This is 4, this is 6, 364. Then 364 minus 19, because you notice this is 19. So that'll be our final answer. 4 minus 9 can't go, so you just borrow. This one is 5, you put it is 10. Then 14 minus 9, 5. 5 minus 1 is 4, and then we have 3. So our answer is 345 is 10. Well, this is not our final answer because we are asked to leave our answer in base 5. So we need to now change it back to base 5. So that's the last step. We now have to convert 345 base 10 to base 5. How to do that is just simple. We need to divide it by 5, which is the base. So let's do the division, writing down the remainder each time, don't forget. So 5 into 34 is 6 remainder 4, into 45 now is 9, and that's remainder 0. 5 again, 5 into 6 is 1 remainder 1, into 19, that's 3 remainder 4. We come again, 5 into 13 is 2 remainder 3. Come again, that should be 5. Now 5 into 2, well, 5 is bigger than 2, so that would be 0 with remainder 2. So we take our answer as usual, take our answer from the bottom to the top. So don't forget to take your answer this way. So the final answer is 2340 in base 5, and that's it. So watch out for the next part of this video. In the next part, we are going to learn how to do subtraction in the same base. Now let's say base 5, base 4. This one was addition, and then the next video I'm going to do subtraction in the same base. So you're going to see the modus operandi for that one. So I hope this video was helpful. So thank you for joining. God bless you.